Hello everyone, and welcome to Mystic Realm Community Edition. This mod has actually been out for a good while, but it wasn't until this year it got an official message board post. As the name implies, it's a community-driven effort to rework the old Mystic Realm level pack into 2.2 standards. Now, as of starting this playthrough, it's not completely done, but it is completable from start to finish, with most of the levels receiving total makeovers. Starting on a fresh file, we have three options on how we can play through the game. You can either choose just the vanilla campaign, the Mystic Realm campaign, or both vanilla and Mystic Realm like a Sonic 3 and Knuckles sort of affair. If I remember correctly, it takes away your Chaos Emeralds once you reach the Mystic Realm part, so it'll probably be best just to do the Mystic Realm part. One of the other main selling points about this mod is that Vanilla Sonic gets a reworked clock that's now called the Rebound Dash, which lets you bounce off of walls when you hit them. While this gives Sonic some semblance of verticality, it's unfortunately not enough to save him once we get to the second half of the game, in which, just like the OG Mystic Realm, is vertically oriented. That's part of the reason why I decided to go with Ember for this playthrough. But if we type a little something into the console here, we're now in her limited flight style. This not only gives her a time limit on how long she can fly, but she'll also have a height cap like in Sonic Heroes. Of course, you can also choose just either one, but we'll see how far we can get like this. Also, for whatever reason, Ember will be stuck in her jump animation wherever she flies, but something similar happens with Super Trips, so it's probably on MRCE's end. Not that big of a deal, but just something I thought I'd clear up. With all of that out of the way though, we begin our journey in Jade Coast Zone. It's a fairly standard starting level all things considered, but it does have these ropes you can hang on to and zoom from the level. Like with Greenflower, you'll mostly be dealing with crawlers along with some other enemies that are out of your way. The coconuts from Sonic 2 return, and they can be a little annoying when you're trying to explore around and stuff, since their projectiles come out of nowhere, and I don't think they get low enough for most characters to take them out, like you can in Sonic 2. Aside from that, this level also showcases the new physics they implemented by having you run on water in order to progress at one point, with some springs to help you out if you aren't a character that can do that naturally. Now that we're on to Act 2, if you remember anything about the original Mystic Realm, then you'll know that the way you collect Chaos Emeralds works a little differently. In every second act, there will be a shrine hidden somewhere in the level, and then pressing the button in the middle of the shrine will let you go to a special stage once you complete the act, with the effect being kept even after you die. You then have to complete that level in order to actually get the Chaos Emerald. In this case, the shrine is right before the end of the stage with a set of floating islands next to the cliffs. Since we're Ember, we can just fly up to the top, but if you're Sonic, then you have to rebound in a way that lets you get onto the ledges. It's very easy to fall, and I don't know how to get onto the floating islands normally, so be careful. Onto the special stage, MRCE introduces a new score attack functionality in which if you fill up the emerald meter at the top of the screen, then you'll be awarded a super emerald. Completing the stage as normal, however, will still give you a chaos emerald, but we need the super emeralds for 100%. If you die at any point in these stages, then you'll have the option to sacrifice one continue in order to redo the stage, or keep some progress at the cost of 3 continues. Continues are pretty hard to come across in the main stages, but are more prevalent in the special stages since they also count towards the meter. Once said meter is filled up, you can fill up even further in order to obtain an A rank, and if you do all of that fast enough, you'll attain an S rank. I wouldn't worry about the ranking system too much though, since it's mostly just bragging rights for now. Alas, these stages are also the second reason why I chose Ember. You see, with the way her flight works, it still considers hers as jumping, so if you keep killing enemies with a flame stinger while you're in the air, then your score will increase by a lot, which often leads to her gaining a ton of extra lives. Probably one of the few times where I can confidently say that it's not a bug, it's a feature. After completing the special stage, we then move on to the boss level, in which in this case is just Egg Zapper with a different arena. After you defeat him, you'll then have to make your way off to the side and take the zip line in order to go to the next level, Tempest Valley. See you then, folks!